Hey everyone, it's Miss Allison, and we're going to take a look today at how to write your rebuttal speech for the debate. So if you guys think about this, we know that the rebuttal speech comes at the end of the debate. It is your last chance as a team and as an individual to show why you are correct. So if we look at our template here for what that would look like, it's pretty similar to what we had up above for our constructive speeches. The difference is this is written during the debate. So this can't be written ahead of time too much, a little bit. But really, this is at the end of the debate. Once you have heard what the other side says, you bring in your own thoughts at this point. So I'm going to show you the mentor text as an example, and then we'll kind of look at how you might construct this as you are going through the debate. As a quick reminder, during the debate, you're going to be taking notes the entire time. All people will be doing this, but especially those doing the rebuttal, and your team will help you with this too. But you're looking for those 3 main points, 2 to 3 main points that each side is making during the debate, so you can then go back and counter-claim that or counter-argue what they have to say using the rebuttal speech. So you would use this first as you have some time to construct your rebuttal speech to say, here's what they said, and then down at the bottom is where you would go through here, and fill out your own kind of ideas or outline to show your speech. Okay, so let's take a look at our example to kind of see how this was constructed. So I notice here that it still has the same topic, and the first 2 paragraphs are not highlighted yet. So let's read those and kind of figure out how this person chose to construct those. On my template, it talks about a topic sentence. This person chose to go a little bit deeper, which is absolutely fine, to introduce the rebuttal speech. So it says, as someone who took an hour or more to pick out an outfit in the morning before school, a uniform would have saved me a lot of time and allowed me more hours of sleep. With uniforms, you can roll out of bed and get dressed without even thinking. The National Sleep Foundation believes teens need 8 to 10 hours of sleep, whereas the average adult only needs 6 to 9. The sleep is crucial for teenage brain development, emotional well-being, and school performance. So here, this person chose to kind of recap some of the points that was already made by their side or their team and use some personal story, which was nice to kind of reintroduce why we are arguing what we are arguing. Then here we get into a bit of a point. In a modern age, schools have tons of security measures. People could no longer walk into a school building. Most schools have a buzzer system that shows the office assistants inside who is ringing the bell. A student in uniform would be immediately recognizable. If someone is not in uniform, the office assistant would need to ask more questions to find out who they are. This is a crucial time where security is so important. So they're going to make kind of one counter claim at this point first before getting into what the other side said. Your template does not have that specifically. However, you are encouraged to do that if you would like. This is a really nice intro into how or why they believe their side is correct. Okay? Then we're going to go straight for the other person's point. So at this point, you're going to speak specifically to what was said during the debate. And to do that, we'll use counterclaim and claim. So the opposition argues that enforcing school uniforms can inhibit students' individuality. That point was made up above during the debate in one of the constructive speeches. Then we're going to introduce that point a little bit, use some counterclaim and claim. Although it is true students won't have as much freedom in their daily choice outfit, they can express their individuality in other ways. Here you'll notice that there isn't exactly a quote. Now in the rebuttal, it is strong and good practice to use a quote, but they are talking so fast you might not get a quote. That analysis piece is going to come into play pretty big here to explain how or why the point that you're speaking to proves your side more. So if you don't have a direct quote, that's okay. We're going to aim for that, but instead you can use that analysis piece super strong to really reinforce your point. So this says, students can express their personality with hairstyles, accessories, backpacks, and more. They can also wear fun and unique outfits after school or on the weekends with their friends. Freedom of expression can never truly be silenced, and it can promote creativity in students to make them think new and unique ways to express themselves. So instead of, again, having that direct quote, we're going to say, here's what the other side said, and here is why we are more correct with that. Again, if you can use data, great. If not, do the best you can to form a pretty strong argument using counterclaim and claim. And this next paragraph does the same exact thing, so then they speak to the opposition side once more. Furthermore, the opposition says that uniforms promote conformity rather than individuality, which in turn would weaken self-identity and confidence. So they speak specifically to what the other side said. They talk a little bit about why they go against that and then analyze it more. Down below, they have their conclusion here, which is in your template, right? So a little bit more about why they're right. Here they have one other kind of point that they made, you'll notice here that it says mic drop moment in your note catcher or in your outline. And so this is where you want to save your strongest point. As you're doing your research, as your team is preparing for this debate, you're going to have a couple of strong points. You're going to save one for the very end that you can just drop on them, walk away feeling really good and confident. So I did not highlight this paragraph because that is what this is. We're going to consider this your mic drop moment. You'll notice that this does have the whole TICA structure, right? So it has your point, introduce, quote, quote, and analysis. Again, I didn't want to highlight it to confuse, but this is going to be your last powerful point, followed by your conclusion. All right, guys, rebuttal can be difficult. You're going to do a great job with this. Make sure you're using these different templates we have given you, and happy writing.